welcome back to MBE. It is PRI week. It's Friday, late afternoon. We just finished with our company lunch. Biggs made us burgers and sausage, mac and cheese, and baked beans. He always wants to make the wives happy. So the guys are in here. We got big knives running here like we usually do. The upgraded seat materials like we usually do. And then, so there, I'll go around. So the guys are in here working. We have Ian. What are you working on right here, Mr. Ian?
Prepping these heads for dry decking. So we want to have water going through this head, but we don't want water to go through the deck and into the block. So what we're doing is we're going to weld up all the water holes. Oddball sizes will just be weld. Usually we try and plug them, but that'll be all welded up in the morning, and his spare head should be finished over the weekend, and I'll prep it as well. That way all three heads can be done and out the door together.
Okay, so the dry deck is used so if it lifts the head up, no water can go into the cylinder through the cylinder head side. And then I see Scott was working on CAD work. It looked like for the water that you were working on over there.
Yeah.
So what are you updating on the water side of it, Scott?
Getting it ready for a new OP3 tool path. But I was also looking for that set of heads there, because we just got the paperwork
Right, we just had a customer that had they wanted a spare head, so they just did that. So we got that going on. So we got the manifolds. So Bob and Ian are always mocking up manifolds. They're actually probably do 10 different things each day sometimes. So, but got the billet manifold here, got the LS, and then our 18-degree conventional stuff for the truck pullers. Actually, that's not a truck puller there because that's got the other manifold on it. And then Bob, what are you doing over here, Bob?
Working on some big 9 heads. We got a whole run of about 10 big 9 heads in the process. So we do the deburr work and do the guide work, valve job them. They need, after valve job, a little bit of blending and get them ready to go to assembly. So just doing all the daily things that we do on getting heads once they're CNC machined, doing them the detail work and sending them on to get CC'd and decked so they can be assembled and off to our customers.
All right, so off we go. Thank you, Bob. So, you know, these always look full, but we're going through them. It may not look like it, but actually a lot of things are getting done. Pretty excited. You know, we got names going on the billet manifolds because those are, people are seeing results, so we have an inventory, so it's a good thing, you know. Those things make power, and that's why we made them. And then, we have a thigh tech head. We'll have that stuff will be available probably in about 10 to 12 weeks. We'll be doing videos on that. So that is the Gen 2 Hemi stuff. But that's still in development stages. It's almost ready to scan right now. We're almost ready to laser scan it so we can write toolpath to it. So this is stuff that comes in for service. That's all this stuff is. So a set of springs, valve job, and this is for Betsy Peak that they run a lot in the like in Denver, places like that, and she races top dragster. Her dad used to own a top fuel car, and we have known the family for 20 plus years. So they asked us to service the Brad Anderson stuff, which we're glad to do. And then we got some top Fuel Harley stuff over here. We got a little bit of everything, and then just waiting on valves really for all of this. And a lot of that, what's out there. We're making some changes to the billet heads too, so that's why that's there. It's a new model head. So we've been working on all of that. Really just changing the ports to make the manifold better. As the deck heights have changed, we have to adjust. There's just not one port fits all deck heights. So we've had to adjust that for the taller decks, so we're doing that right now. The flow coefficients really aren't much different, but it will make the manifold a lot better. And the reason we learned all that, we were fortunate years ago to do pro stock stuff from Mike Edwards, and Frank Iaconio gave us a 101 on how to do this stuff correctly and not make the manifold too wide. So I owe a lot to Frank Iaconio, who was my childhood hero, and then he answered my questions and taught me a lot. It was pretty amazing, honestly. But pretty much that's what we got going on here at MBE. The good thing is we're not at PRI, so we are working, getting everything finished, so just waiting on parts to put it together. So as long as we can stay ahead on our side, then we can just try and keep the heat on the vendors a little bit this time of year. So no PRI, work getting finished, and now Sally's here and she has something to ask. So what do you need, Miss Sally?
I have a question, but it's kind of a personal one.
All right, bye everyone.